This is a Duende story and you guys have been asking me for more of them. However, this story is completely different from what we've heard in the past. So the guy telling us the story is grown, he's an adult now, but he says that he still remembers his friend that was a Duende. Growing up, he was an only child and admits that he was alone a lot of the time. His dad was not present, it was only his mom, but his mom was always busy or like doing something outside, so he was always playing by himself. He remembers when he first met his Duende friend that he just appeared out of nowhere. He recognizes that the Duende was a lot smaller than him and that it wasn't like another child because his face looked that of an old man. He says that every time his friend would appear to come and play with him, he would bring a ball or like a little car toy. The Duende would bring his own toys to play with him. The Duende also told the boy that his name was Pente. The boy would also mention Pente to his mom, but the mom thought that he was talking about somebody in his kindergarten class. He would come up to her and be like, me and Pente play with the ball all day, me and Pente play with the little car. So whenever he would come up to his mom, the mom always thought, oh, okay, so like when he was in school, he played with this kid named Pente with the ball, with the car. And it was only until the mom started finding toys that didn't belong to her son where she realized that something else was happening. So there's a day where the mom starts hearing her son laughing in his bedroom, almost as if he's playing with somebody else. She immediately goes to the room, opens the door, and there's no one else there, but her kid is sitting in the middle of the room with a ball that she never bought him. So of course she's like, where did you get that ball from? And the kid's like, well, my friend Pente gave it to me. And she's like, Pente, like your friend from school? And the little boy's like, no, Pente, that's in my room. So the mom's like, well, where is he? Where's Pente? And the little boy's like, well, he was here, but he heard you coming, so he left. So the guy, that he's older now, still remembers everything. He said that he played with Pente for a long time and that there was a moment where Pente told him, I don't plan on taking you. I just want to be your friend and I want to play with you. And that's when he was like, my name is Pente. There's also other things that he remembers which they're just wild. He still remembers that whenever Pente would show up, he would show up like from a corner of the room or like from underneath the bed. He would never come in through like the front door or anything like that. He also remembers that when Pente was there, they would play different games, and one of the games that they would play would be hide and seek. The first time that Pente told him, let's play hide and seek, the kid was like, no, like there's no place to hide because he did have a really small room. He says that that's when Pente would tell him, okay, don't move, stay in the center of the room and I'm gonna do something. He says that Pente would go to the wall, make some hand movements, and the room would get super big. He would then make hand movements up and down, and he would create walls and doors for them to hide behind. And that Pente would turn and look at him and be like, okay, now let's play. He says that he would play with him, he would throw the ball, it would go to the other rooms and hallways and they would be playing back and forth. But then Pente would be like, your mom's coming, go to the center of the room. He would go back to the center, Pente would make some hand movements, and he was back into his little small room again. That's when Pente would run, leave, and hide, and the mom would open the door and find those toys because they were in such a rush to like make that room small again and disappear that Pente would forget his toys in the kid's bedroom. After this, the mom was so freaked out that they did end up moving to a different home, and he said that he never saw Pente again. To me, it's so crazy because I feel like we've heard stories where people are taken by duendes and stuff like that, and when they return, they forget everything. So the fact that he remembers as a kid and now an adult and can tell you all these stories that he's, the time he spent with Pente is crazy. In my eyes, I feel like Pente maybe saw a lonely kid and decided to play with him, and obviously they created good memories if he still talks about his friend. But what do you guys think?